When we say student representation, we want the highest student body, which is MENS, to be present or to be represented on the board.
In the political space, you always have opponents,
Okay.
coming at you with criticisms, even though unwarranted sometimes,
Okay.
And your team members, out of the love they have for you, will always go to some extent trying to defend and so on and so forth. And they might even go excess in an attempt to defend their agenda and their personality. How do you handle that? I mean, basically, how do you handle criticisms personally and even at the team level?
Well, for me personally, in all honesty, I've learned to always pause.
Okay.
And then before I respond to critics.
Okay.
You understand? And then I also understand that criticism is supposed to be considered or must be considered, but not necessarily responded to. So I always take my time. If there's a need for me to respond to a critic, I'll respond duly.
Okay.
I respond by actually consulting or after consulting with my team and advisors as well.
Okay.
But if there's no need for me to respond to a critic, I just consider it and then I move on.
So every time you hear stuff about something, you are out there with statement and saying it's true.
Exactly.
Oh, I
don't
see.
do that.
Now let's go into the National Student Front a bit. Recently, I think after the constitution of the Scholarship Secretariat Governing Board, we saw Looks National. I don't know, I believe you saw something like that. You are active in it.
Yeah.
And so Looks National raised concerns about the board not being properly constituted because there was no student representation. I also saw the Ministry of Education come to explain that they were represented by civil society organizations and so on and so forth, which you still feel it wasn't, it's not still appropriate, or it doesn't, explain or should I say respond to their grievances. Shortly, what's your view on that?
Well, I stand with MENS because it's very important that we have student representation. When we say student representation, we want the highest student body, which is MENS, to be present or to be represented on the board. You don't have us represent to another organization. CSO is
you don't even work directly.
There's no connection. There's no connection. So what we want is for the government or for the ministry to actually include the representation of the highest student body, which is MENS, on the board.
So it's your view,
yes,
the whole board should be reconsidered, or they should find a way to put
MENS on it.
All right.
That's
so if this our session goes out there, then the people in government get to see, please do something for us.
Exactly.
We are not working under the CSOs, and the CSOs do not represent our interests. Okay. And we are almost at the end of the session, but there's this signature question my team has set for me to ask every single personality that comes on this show, and that's when the title is taken away. I mean, in the long run, when we take away the doctor title, when we take away the honorable title, the crowd is gone. What kind of a leader are you trying to leave behind? What do you want to be remembered for?
Well, I want to be a leader that listens. Okay, a leader that actually prioritizes the needs of students. Active representation of students. That is the type of legacy that I want to actually build on campus.
Wow.
So if everything is taken away, people should remember me of my impact, my representation, my skills, how I was able to be present.
Okay.
When needs arise and all that. I just want to be remembered for that.
Wow.
A leader who listened.
Yeah,
yes.
In 2 minutes, share some few words with the student community at the University for Development Studies.
Okay. I think thank you so much. I've already been to your classes. I've already been to your hostels. This is as a MENS. You've had the opportunity to go through my policies, the vision and mission that I had for UDS. I am here to actually remind you that we are still on course, even though last year we couldn't go through as hoped for. But then we are still on course, and I'll be appearing in your classes, your various hostels again, to listen to you, to know your needs, and then we can see how best we can all represent and advocate for your needs and interests on campus.
That's okay. I think we would be there really as part of the, should I say, the media.
Yes.
department. We will be joining you during those times. So, ZAMPIAW as the MENS is our guest once again. We thank you very much for your time with us on the show and sharing your story with us. It's been time with the young politician here on Trend of Traces. Our viewers, this is just the beginning, and if you enjoyed our conversation, my name is Akem, your host once again, and it has been time with the young politician. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. See you in the next episode.